there. And I think that's just
CNA
absolutely
and
critically important for consumers to start to be privy to.
You know what's a fun one that not everyone likes to talk or you ever hear about is THCV, which is a very prominent one. In
That's the one you can't watch without your parents, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. 13 and over only. But
nipples. There's nipples in that one.
Yeah, they have pasties. Anything under is pasties. But
THCV.
Yeah, so Durban Poison is a strain that is known to have a lot of THCV percentage in it, and recently we pulled one that pulled out 8% THCV in it. So it's cool to kind of associate a strain with your cannabinoid profile that you're familiar with, where if you smoke a Durban Poison, you're going to get effects from all these different cannabinoids within the flower, and then that translates into our gummies when you have these different cannabinoids at the same ratios that you're familiar with from your smoking experiences.
I love it. See, we got a little. That was supposed to be in the personal section, but we actually got sciencey right there.
Sorry about that, guys.
Are you a Bill Nye guy? I mean, you are kind of sciencey.
I'm a researcher.
Steve Jobs,
I'm a researcher.
next?
I'm a sociology degree.
I would not have. I
So
would
not really.
I would have pegged you as like a botanist of some, because you seem to have a fair grasp on not only. I mean, you mentioned, I networked with edible guys while I was delivering weed, but now you're sitting here talking about fucking like chemical breakdowns and nerd shit, and I love to hear it because I don't know anything about it.
Right.
So I like to learn more and more. But I'm sitting here and I have these conversations all the time, and I don't retain. Like most of it doesn't stick. You were able to do all of this while running drugs across the state. That's fantastic.
Exactly.
So a sociologist knows that.
Driving is meditating. I mean, 10 hours on the road is kind of nice.
I have lower back issues, so I don't know if it's necessarily nice for everybody. But
so I'm not going here again, but Sienna has better lumbar support.
Really? So did you like the third row? Was it easy access back there, or what was your thoughts on the captain's chair versus second row too?
Drops flat, and the middle row actually is removable. So we had
you had like a bed back there on occasion.
You know, it's funny. Back in the day, we would transfer for Keef Cola, and they didn't have separators between their glass. So if you're on the road, it's just you hear glass clinking the entire drive. That's enough to drive you nuts.
Yeah, I would stop. I wouldn't do that. I would be like, we're getting styrofoam. Or I would like just take their own plants and stuff them between the bags of glass. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, if there's like pieces of metal in my back of my car, there's golf balls under the seats, and I'm like, oh my God, we're stopping at the next stoplight, and we're going to get this thing. I'm like fishing underneath the seat, like this is thing.
Exactly.
That and the vape pen also falls guilty between the seats. What's the spatial gap?
Car manufacturers need to fix that.
I mean, I feel like
the phone eater, we got to get rid of that.
Well, that's why we need the car stick, where you can just push it. He slides and just pushes everything out of the alleyway in between it.
That's a good idea right there. You might be onto something, Kevin.
Well, if you ever need me to come into your Steve Jobs-like lab to create some ideas.
Maybe that's the next product, right?
Y'all are just going to switch gears.
Guys,
we're going into DME. Well, Dalton, I'm not even going to ask you anything because after that, his answer about flour, I mean, how are you going to beat that?
It'd be tough.
You'd be like, pre-rolls
It'd be tough.
from Native Roots.
No, when I'm not eating edibles, honestly, I probably more often than not, it's like a Laser Cat product, I'd say. Those guys do some good work.
Well, that was my next question. It was going to be, what's your preferred way of getting high? And that'll be the last question about the marijuana, and the next one's really hard hitters.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, y'all fucked.
I'm shaking.
Are we gonna do the product outside of the outside of the company? Because I do have one, the cannabis product.
Yeah.
Sweet Mary Jane's.
Wait, what? Sweet Mary Jane's?
Sweet Mary Jane's key lime bar that she made, and Karen Lazarus is a great person and a huge friend in the industry. The owner of Sweet Mary Jane's.
Okay. The key lime pie?
So they have a key lime bar where the bottom is like a fudge brownie and the top is like a key lime layer. And it's phenomenal. I honestly don't even know if they still make it, but it was absolutely my favorite product that's outside of the TasteBudz realm. It would be under the baked goods
we will
category.
allow that. We will allow that.
But shout out Karen because she's an awesome person.
All right. I like it. I'm glad that you came prepared today. It's better than we can say for Dalton. All right. But so what is the best? What's y'all's favorite way to get like? Obviously, we all puffed tough growing up back in the illegal side. But now that we have all of these resources at our fingertips, what do geniuses and partners of geniuses do for preferred cannabis consumption now? I didn't know I was sitting with a genius today.
Yeah, that's actually my preferred title from now on. Dalton, partner to genius.
Well, you have that ability. Remember, y'all make up titles.
So personally, I think more often than not, again, if we're not talking about edibles, I have a little Puffco, and like the Laser Cat and the Puffco is a wonderful combination. I'm not super into like
the portable,
real hardcore dabs or anything like that, but the Puffco for me, primo stuff, and like to stick to that. And otherwise, it's our pineapple 1-to-1s when it's time to get to bed.
Nice. I like what you did there. Plugged it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It might as well have been a bean.
That they sell at Native Roots.
And live well. All right. Brooks, business partner to the genius.
I'm actually a lightweight. If I eat over 10 milligrams, I'm not out in public, but my preferred form of smoking or getting high would probably be, honestly, a joint. I'm a joint guy, and it's my own rolled one, not a pre-bought.
Definitely the best for friends.
Yeah.
Just good for the soul.
Yeah.
Can you twist it one-handed?
Maybe.
Honestly,
I've not tried because
you can barely twist it two-handed.
Look, I can't. I'll be the first to admit it. My joints look like a snake swallowed an egg. With the filter, it helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But when Trev was over at the house, I just let him twist up everything. He brought over some Veritas. I was like, you know what? Let's just grind all this up, and then you roll them up, and then we'll just get as high, we'll just get as torched as possible.
Yeah.
That's my favorite methodology. So I'll come over whenever you're rolling them up.
Okay.
I like it.
Deal.
I like it. And I like that we're plugging people in the same industry despite being baked goods. That was really nice of you to do.
Yeah, I mean, she was a big. My first person who or company that jumped onto the Green Cross Couriers service.
So this was a networked plug.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also a phenomenal product. If you're not familiar with Sweet Mary Jane's, I suggest you grab some of her stuff because it's a smaller kitchen, but they make great stuff.
All right. I like it. Listeners, take note. Sweet Mary Jane's. Here's a question for you. So you mentioned that you're a 10 milligram guy. We've done polls on our online. We've talked with people in the industry that some folks, 10 milligrams is the cap. Like you were saying, you're not going in public. Do y'all have any ideas about going to a lighter sentencing? Because I know like the ones I was teeing off on are 10s. What about for those that are looking for the 5s or the CBD onlys? Are y'all going to try to navigate that industry?
So
y'all have more different? Okay, I wasn't sure if they were all 10s. I mean, I'm learning.
Well, just for Ebb though. Just for Ebb, we currently only have 10s available. We are working on that.
Okay, we're talking about Ebb, aren't we?
Yeah, but with TasteBudz, I mean, we go as low as 1 milligram per gummy.
Sorry, I was talking about these guys, the new guys.
Yeah, Ebb currently only has. So I'm gonna hit you with a flip side.
Oh shit, we got a what about?
I'm gonna hit you with the flip side.
Hit it with me.
Okay, so if you love that orange mango that has 1,000 milligrams vitamin C.
You mean my emergency with THC?
I didn't say that.
I did. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
It seems that way. On the flip side of your question, we don't currently have anything lower than 10. But if you're someone who maybe you had a 30 milligram tolerance to THC, you can put that orange mango into your water and then boost it up with the pure 2 times to get a 30 milligram edible like that. So it's kind of a +1 to the recreational side, where instead of like a gummy where you might have to eat 3 to get to your 30 milligrams, you can just drink 1 glass kind of dosed up with the pure.
Double down.
Double down, triple down. Maybe even quadruple.
I'm not scared. We'll stack them like it's a Pringles.
You said it was sweet, so we might get a little bit of sweetness going past 4.
A little sweet and tart. It turns into that blue sour batch we were talking about earlier with electrolytes and vitamin C. Guys, this is just like the Pringles commercial. You get a little barbecue, a little jalapeno, and a little pizza. You got a barbecue pizza.
Bam.
Spicy barbecue pizza.
Right there.
It's a party in the mouth.
At the barbecue?
Oh, dude. Y'all need to start doing savory flavors. Be like, sprinkle this shit like it's a fucking Salt Bae on ribs. Be like, whee.
I'm all over this. You can sprinkle that pure onto some Doritos. That's savory, right?
The pure?
The pure.
You think you would sprinkle it on?
I'd sprinkle it on my guacamole. I'm going to veer away from your savory, but I'd sprinkle it on my guacamole. I'd sprinkle it on my pico. I'd sprinkle it on my queso.
Are you a Mexican guy? Like food guy?
No, we were talking about food trucks.
I'm not judging. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I felt like you did.
They make the best dishes when it comes to like dips and kind of
noshing
your tomatoes,
and snacking and such.
Avocados. The best ones are in Mexico. Haas?
I have heard that.
Kip, we meant to launch with
avocado
a
something?
beef broth flavor, but it just didn't hit as well in consumer testing.
Bouillon Cube THC. I can't believe that didn't take off.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Welcome to the incubator, guys. This
That's
is
right.
the think
That's how it
tank. I
happens.
have this every week. Okay. Well, if y'all don't want to get in the savior game, but y'all do it later, I'm going to know that y'all stole my idea and y'all didn't want to pay me for it. But guys, I do appreciate it. Y'all have been great sports today. Thank y'all for not only telling us a little bit more about the product line, but also a little bit of backstory into who y'all are. And, I genuinely appreciate y'all taking the time. So thank y'all so much. Before we leave, I like to ask the same question to our guests every single week. Usually Chris would do it, but he's not here. We hope work's going well. We miss you, buddy. All right, question number 1. Let's say it was a long day at work. This is not an edible related situation. This is the long day, like wee hours of the night. You're just going home and you're going to fucking pass out. But before you do, you want to get that late night snackery going. So what's that one thing you always have in the fridge or the pantry, that one thing that's the old reliable? If it's a Taco Bell order next to the house, I don't care. Just what's that Stone Appetit snack you got to have?
110%. To too true of a degree, Sweet Cow.
Oh, shit.
Bigly, yeah. Consume entirely too much Sweet Cow.
Is there a
for
flavor
sure.
that you go
I like to mix it up. Be true to the guys. I trust them. When they got something new out, I'm gonna give it a
You
go.
go to the one on 32nd right there
That's
at
right.
the
That's
Highland
right.
Square. That's I do like that location. Their ice cream sandwiches were my jam.
Yeah, real good.
I was a Highlands guy for about 6 years. It's good times. Now I'm over.
It's
a
made
question.
my preparation for spring a little bit tough, but Sweet Cow hits every time.
Yeah, well, yeah, I imagine. Fucking all these assholes coming out of nowhere to get ice cream. Goddamn nice weather. Where were they in December? Yeah, I like to see that you keep those folks in business. So that's a great answer. I appreciate you, Dalton. Brooks, good luck. He not only
that's a
supported a
hard
local
follow.
business, but also named something that everybody likes. And was vague enough that he didn't have to give a specific answer about ice cream.
Him saying that almost brought my brain to ice cream, so now I'm kind of trying to fight out of it and find my real answer. But currently,
You can't put pure on ice cream.
You know,
you
you
could.
know,
I know. I was just kidding.
So
You could.
I currently have, it's not food though, but it's a hybrid. I currently have a lot of non-medicated ebb. And to cut the night cravings of a Sweet Cow, I've been pouring a lot of the orange mango. At the
No,
end
that
of
does
the day.
not count as an answer. The fuck? Nobody
this
wants
veers into a peanut
non-THC.
conversation, I'm gonna
I have a
lose
lot of these samples
All right,
of that.
all right,
People are
let's
going to be like, look at this.
I
I literally asked y'all to take the hat off 20 minutes ago, and he's been plugging Native Roots the whole time. Come on.
oh man.
You don't have a single snack you like to make in the house.
Make?
Well,
You
the
can
hell
ma-
no.
It's a
Yeah.
pantry or
I
kitchen.
don't even have any pots or pans.
My
in
oven
this
has
kitchen, I'm
not
pretty
been
sure.
on for like 6 months.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. That doesn't. He likes all the street taco trucks. So yeah, I can believe that he's
Yeah,
got.
the ones on Colfax.
I gotta find that.
I was like, the fuck? Where's one on Colfax?
You know, it's hard enough. Shit.
I really threw a wrench in him when I told him he had to pick food. Just
Prob-
go back
probably,
to
you know
chips
what?
and
Probably
salsa.
Little Man ice cream, just because it's walking distance. He threw me for a loop with that ice cream.
You could have just said like chips and salsa and
True,
guac.
true.
You
I
were
could've
so
gone
high
there.
on the Mexican food earlier, and you just
Coming
left him.
crashing down to earth.
I know. He was like, little man.
Let's see what kind of damage we can do in the
I really
last
blew
few
it.
minutes.
Yeah, this episode was going so well. I mean, we didn't really. I mean, we're good. The aim is about an hour because I usually do 20 minutes of rambling. So we're doing fairly well. All right, so Dalton is now winning. So y'all really, when we have two guests, we award one of them at the end with the opportunity
I gotta bring it back with
to
something.
make
a
the other
banger.
one. Yeah. So this is the last question of the night. Y'all definitely have never heard this before unless you've listened to any of our last 242 episodes. The question is, tomorrow you die. Tonight you feast. You get 3 folks to join you, dead or alive, but they cannot be friends or family, to join you for supper, the last one, the Last Supper. It's your last time to eat. And what are we eating for your Last Supper?
You know, Brooks, since I'm
I feel like
now,
Dalton's
I feel like you
gonna-
have to go first.
No, I feel like
I
you have
gotta
to
close it out.
I feel like you have to go top of the ninth, and you have to give him a chance to swing for the
he's
fences.
buying time right
Because
now.
if he hears you go with like 3 like Lady Gaga, like George Clooney or something real weak,
Those were
he's
literally
gonna be
two of them. Now what do I do?